Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here. Welcome back to Fortnite and a different kind of video. So today what we're going to do is, this is going to be a podcast. So welcome back to the podcast series. And this is going to be a Fortnite podcast. But what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little different this time. Today we're going to be talking with Miss MewMew. You can see her name right up there. We're going to be talking about Fortnite and kind of her perspective of the game as a brand new player. Also someone who is normally used to playing on console and does not play on keyboard and mouse, and we're going to see if we can't help her out for her to be able to do that. But let's check in with her. Hey, Miss MewMew. Is she there yet? I don't know if she's there yet. We're going to see if she shows up. So let's patiently wait here, twiddling our thumbs. Well, while we're waiting, if you guys would like to check out Miss MewMew, I am definitely going to leave her links down below in the description. She also streams. She also has a YouTube, and I think she's there. Hey, Miss MewMew, how's it going?
Hi, DJ.
Okay, so we're going to talk with you about Fortnite. And
yes.
We have no idea exactly what we're going to talk about, do we?
Not really. I mean, I was just saying how I am not a PC gamer, and I've never really been, and
right.
how I'm hoping that you can help me figure that out.
So you have decided to play this game on PC and not on PS4, though, haven't you?
Yes, I am playing on my PC with a keyboard, and I thought about just trying to, hook up my controller, because I know other people play with their controllers. So I'm like, yes, I could do controller, but like I was having this issue with the mouse and keyboard interaction while at least doing the tutorial part of Fortnite. So I was just like, I don't know how I can do this and be decent to good at this.
Gotcha. So my question would be, have you played shooter games before on PC or on PS4?
Not on PC.
Okay, but you have played them on PS4.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing, and this is the thing that you kind of have to choose, and this is a good point to bring up to other people. You can actually cross-play this game as long as you connect your accounts. So you can actually play just on PS4, even if you've already started playing on PC. So that's an option. But you kind of want to play on PC, don't you?
I do. I want to become a keyboard kitty.
Okay.
I need to figure this out. Life skills and all.
Okay, so let's help you out. So this is kind of going to be just a kind of rundown, a little bit about the game, because something we were talking about before is that the game doesn't tell you how to do anything, does it?
No, actually, like after the tutorial, I'm like,
even during the tutorial,
answers. Like, I mean, I get that there's these heroes and squads. I mean, like, even one part of the tutorial, like, these randos just joined this quest of mine, and nobody knew what they were doing. Well, I didn't know what I was doing. They were doing, I don't know what. And then there's all these little tabs and skills, and like, 'cause it made me hit a llama, and it gave me all these random stuff, and I don't know what it does. Get mad and heroes, and I don't know what.
So what we can do...
figure it out.
Okay, so what we can do is... let's start from the beginning. Okay, so I think the most important part about that, and something I did notice when watching your initial gameplay of the tutorial, was...
Did it make you cringe?
No. You of course didn't know like how to move. You didn't know how to run, how to jump, how to do anything. And I think the reason for that is because the game assumes if you choose PC, you already know the basic things about PC gaming in that sense, you know? And just like if you were to use it on the controller, it would assume that, right? So I think that's why it didn't know. Because, I mean, we were talking after, and I said you can hold down control to run, right? Or shift.
Yeah, you told me something to run. I'm like,
yeah.
I've been walking all this time for no reason.
But that's something like, that you just kind of learn on other PC shooting games, you know? So,
like, I've never played any PC shooting games, or I was just saying, like, the only PC game that I've ever really heavily played is like Maple Story, which is, side-scrolling game.
Oh,
and,
yeah, that, yeah,
I mean,
or what was the other one
mouse for anything.
What's the other one that we played in NOL? the hyper something.
Oh, Hyper Universe. But
Yeah,
like,
but again,
like
2D side
easy.
scrolling.
Like I didn't have to. Well, yeah, it was side scrolling, and like I never really needed to do the keys and the mouse at the same time.
Yes.
So like because this one is like all the movement and things that you need to do, and also have to use your mouse for all the clicky stuff.
Yes.
That is kind of
okay. So let's talk basic
much
clicky stuff, and let's keep it like Fortnite related. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is let me pull up your stream too, so I can check out what you're doing. So all you have to do is on your screen, go to the little hamburger on the top, and then hit the little cog at the top, which is going to be your game options.
Okay.
At top right, the little cog.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you're gonna be able to see a bunch of stuff. So this is just like the graphical stuff. You can change. You can check it out if you want. Personally, for me, I kind of don't like it being too much because it actually makes me a little kind of a little seasick, especially with some of the effects and everything. That's when I've kind of lowered a lot of mine. Plus I play the game window mode because I have a really big screen in front of me. So that's the first one. Then you've got game, brightness, audio, accessibility, input, and controller. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on input. And this is really important if you are trying to be a PC player because you're going to be able to set up what you're doing. And the most important thing here is you kind of have to think, and I know this is kind of weird because I've never had to think about this. When you play a shooting game or like a 3D environment game like this on a PC, you kind of have to think about the fact that your right hand, are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, so you use a right-handed mouse. So your right hand, imagine that's your head. So like how you move your head around, that's your head. So if you move your mouse a certain direction, you're moving your mouse to look in that direction. Think of the left button on your mouse as your action button, kind of like shoot, pick up, do something, interact with environments in general. And in shooting games, your right mouse button is zoom in. I don't think you knew that either, did you?
Wait, the what?
The right mouse button. So you know how your mouse has the two buttons?
Yeah.
Okay, so left is going to be shoot, and right is going to be zoom in. So
yeah, actually, I sort of figured that out like really late.
But that does help, especially with some weapons you're going to get that are going to be like snipers. You really need that. So if you hold down the right to zoom in, and then you shoot with the other one. Does your mouse have a scroll wheel?
It does.
Okay, so scroll wheel is going to make it really, really helpful for you to be able to scroll through different things. So in Fortnite is basically two things. It's pew pew the husks and build. So building is one of the most interesting things in this game. You collect resources to be able to build stuff. I'm sure you might have seen some of the videos I've done with Dizzy, and he builds crazy gigantic things. The laws of physics do not apply either. As long as something is connected to something, it can be built. So in your options here at the very top, you're going to have, I would recommend get familiarized with these. Unless you really, 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 really need to change something, these are kind of the normal, what's it called? The normal keybinds, right? So you've got your WSD, you've got your spacebar for jumping, you've got your reload, which is going to be R, you've got your use, which is going to be E, and that's going to be very, very important because you're going to come up, you're going to open doors with, well, no, you don't open doors in that one. Yes, you do. You're going to open doors with E, you're going to open chests with E, you're going to interact with different in-game goals with the letter E. So that's really important. That one's going to be right there with you. The T is going to be your trap picker. The G is your building edit. You're also going to need that one. F is repair. R is also, this is funny because R is rotate when you're in the building setup, but it's also R is also reload when you're just with a weapon. So that's kind of weird. And okay, so right now I do recommend you to go through these and kind of just see what you can do. But the most important right now for your purpose is going to be the WSD, the jump, the hold down to run shift, and Q and E. So Q is going to be entering the build menu, E is going to be interact with stuff. Okay. And then as you get a little more familiar with it, you're going to notice that you have like different ability slots, numbers on top. You've got different building numbers. If whatever you're comfortable with, because I mean, like my hands are kind of small, so I kind of try not to go beyond too far in the numbers. And actually what I do is your wheel, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see somewhere where it says mouse wheel down and mouse wheel up, which says slot.
I have a question. You
yes.
said Q with or something?
Q is entering your build mode.
Like,
I know.
It doesn't
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't say it. That's why it's way back down. It's way down. It says switch quick bar.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's weird.
I'm looking at you,
I know.
saying this, I'm like, I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird. But that's why I'm trying to tell you those are like the basic ones to go into. Okay. So what we're going to do is, that's just the basics. Let's go ahead and I'm going to send you an invite. And there you are. So I'm going to send you an invite. Go ahead and open that and accept it.
I guess I have abandoned the two people that
no, I think you might bring them. No, you don't bring them with you. Okay.
No, I don't bring
so
them.
What we're going to do is I'm going to take you into my home base.
Okay.
And the home base is somewhere you can actually go in and be protected from. In your home base, nothing is going to attack you unless you start a mission. And in your home base, you can access different things. You can actually even farm for supplies. And it's a good place to also get used to just like building, or like moving around, you know, or just kind of getting initially familiarized with the game.
So, like, if you go to your house, well, basically your house, you don't have to battle the zombies?
Not unless you start a battle. Yes. So, and this is the other thing,
like,
too.
You know that you just made a terrible mistake when the zombies are coming after you.
Yes. If you're in your home base and the zombies start showing up, then there's a mistake. Something's not right. Also, just, you know, for general, not that it really matters that much because, you know, it's like, you know, like the game in general, like how it is, you know. So yeah, if you come over here in front of my base, or just follow me.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, then you just skip the entire step.
So I totally forgot this. Okay, sorry. So you don't know where we are. So okay. See, okay. So hit the map. See, okay, this is perfect. Hit the map. Hit the map option.
Okay. Okay, so I see you're.
I just ran off. Yeah.
Ninja guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
so hit the map thing and then
about.
hit launch.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you enter. It will automatically pull you into my game in the 2 minutes, but it did give you that option.
It's like you're talking about your base. I'm like, I can't imagine your base.
Like, where is this so-called base?
Like, it doesn't exist. Okay, so I'm somewhere.
Okay, so you see me over here. Okay, so basically, just the way the game works, and I know my base looks really weird, just because that's what I've decided to do. But you're the basic.
Really Batman here?
Yeah. So here, the basic things we're gonna go over is just like the basic things of how to move and play the game. So like I said, your mouse is going to be the option to move around. If for some reason your mouse is like you feel like you're like moving too slow your head around, you can up the sensitivity a little bit, or lower it if you feel it's too fast. You can just move around, and then like I said, you can run. And then what you can do is if you come in here into my home base with me, I'll show you something. So every single home base has like a storage, like a bank. So if you go to these little consoles over here and you hold down E, it's going to show you the Storm Shield menu. And then in the top left corner, you're going to see Shield, Storage, and Defenders. So if you hit on storage, you're going to see what you have.
So is this what you have or what I have?
That's what you have. You can access your storage from any place. So as you get better stuff, or if you start getting filled up, you can throw stuff over into your storage to save it in there. Personally, for me, what I like to do is I like to save like high level stuff and like materials, like especially like metal. Just because sometimes you're going to need some, metal to, throw in there and kind of figure things out.
Yeah, and actually I don't even have storage space. I just have a backpack because apparently.
Oh, you have zero storage. Yeah, okay. So you have zero storage because you haven't bought anything in the skills, but we'll talk about that later. That's like a whole other kettle of fish. Right now, I just kind of want to take you through like the very, very basics of everything. So if you come over here, I'm going to drop 2 things for you. And this will help you out to get started. Boop.
Oh,
Boop. Yeah. Yes, there you go. So go ahead and just pick them up with E. Yeah, you kind of have to be like away from it, like stand in front of it. Make sure you're like in front of it, or it's in front of you, I guess. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now go ahead and hit the I, the inventory button.
Oh.
Okay. So hitting inventory, which actually you can just hit Alt 2 if you need to do it fast, but inventory is better at the beginning. So if you look, you're going to have several things. At the very top, you're going to have inventory, squad objectives, quests, and abilities. Don't worry about that yet. The one you want to look at is the one under it. You're going to have a little gun and then like a hammer and a sword, bullets, like a bear trap, and a like a hammer and anvil. It's going to be like above those. So if you click through those, this is where you're going to be able to access everything in the game. Okay? Like everything within you. So you can change around your weapons. You can find out what you are. You can see where how much you have. And then the last 2, it's where you're going to see how many supplies you have and what you can build. And the most important thing is if when you're in the first one and the second one, at the very bottom, you're going to see 3 little squares. And you should already have weapons on there.
Yes.
So what those are your 3 switchable weapons. Automatically, when you get something better, it automatically takes it in. So without having to put it in there, you already have the 2 weapons that I gave you. You can go ahead, if you want to, you can switch things out because you might need them for any other reason. But that's how you switch out your weapons. So go ahead and hit back again or escape. Yeah, you can just move things around. Or you can organize them too if you want them in a certain way.
Well, I was trying to figure out how to get rid of things, and it goes out the way.
Right, take them out and everything. Yeah, you just...
I can click the button.
Yeah.
I think.
You can double click them too. And it'll unload them and load them. Yep.
There.
Okay.
No, I wanted to just... we're having issues there. Okay. Okay, so also on this 3rd slot of mine,
yes,
it has 1 little star, which I guess because it's its rating.
Yes.
But also it is like
almost gone.
Almost gone. What does that mean?
That means your durability. So weapons have durability in this game.
You can't double click to unload, by the way.
You can't I thought you could. Could you double click to load?
Yes.
Okay.
I can double click to load, but can't double click to unload. Okay, so I should get out of here now?
Yes. So then go back to your basic one. Okay. So to quickly change things out, just use your scroll wheel. That takes a little bit, unless you have a scroll wheel that really has like a strong click, you might find yourself kind of losing it. Or what you can do is, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do it. You can actually set those to your numbers. So some people have those set to like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Personally, for me, I don't do that because I just use my scroll wheel. That's just what I use.
Yeah, the numbers was really hard.
Yeah, so you can just use the scroll wheel to go through and use it.
Originally, I was trying to use the numbers on my number pad because my keyboard has a number pad. and it wouldn't accept those. It had to be the ones on the top row of my keys. And
Right.
I'm like, that makes no sense.
Well, and like I showed you in the other option in the menu, you can actually change everything. Although I would tell you to be very careful, because if you switch something out, it might affect something else that was already loaded in, you know. And if you'll notice as you go along, there are certain things you really want to be able to get to quickly, and some that aren't as important. But again, that's something you'll kind of learn as you go along. Okay, so basics of the game. You have your scroll wheel to switch around, and if you look at the bottom right hand corner, you're going to see what you have in the game right now. And if you take a look at my screen, you're going to see it's a little different, because I have that little bull you have there, that little circle with the bull. That bull is there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be added to it. There's going to be several other circles that are going to show up, and you're going to be able to use them, but again, as you progress. But above that...
Can I move them around?
No, you can't move those around, but you can assign different hotkeys to them, but again, that's going to be later. But above them, you're going to see the most important thing that this game is about, which is the building menu. So you see how there's that Q next to the hammer and wrench?
Yes.
Okay, so tap Q.
I was hearing really odd things, and it's the game.
Oh, yes, that yeah. They have weird stuff.
Am I hearing somebody else's stream? Like, what is going on?
It's the game. The
At
game
one point,
does
I
weird
stuff. Myself from your side, so it's like, I don't know.
The game will do weird stuff to you. So go ahead and hit Q, and you're gonna pull up your building menu. So exactly like with the weapons, you can actually switch around. Like just using your wheel, you can go through the different buildings you have. And you have the option to do walls, floors, ladders, and I would call them roofs, I guess. And the final one is going to be your trap one. The really cool thing about this game is that you can actually modify your buildings as you go along. And that's something that I'm sure, like we had talked before, I know that I'm just doing this introduction with you, but then you're going to be doing your own series of asking people help you out, you know, like how to build, how to change.
Yes,
I would say, you know, I would say talk to Dizzy on how to build, but ask him to not go crazy, because he's going to show you a lot of crazy things. But
I mean, Fortnite for Kitties needs to be like a 101 kind of course,
right?
Like,
so, and if you
know, it's not Fortnite for dummies; it's Fortnite for kitties.
So if you look around here, everything made out of metal and wood and brick, I did. So you can do some pretty crazy things. I mean, like, there are really no limits in the game to building, which is amazing.
You could have done better, you know, metal flooring. Like, let's be real.
Well, you can actually upgrade it, but that's a whole other thing.
I mean, it looks patchy.
It does. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make it look all Mad Max style. So that's like the basics of like.
I know that reference.
Oh my goodness. That's like the basics of your thing. Like I said, you hold down your right mouse button to zoom in. You shoot with your left. You jump, you run, and that's like the basic things. And that's what I would recommend you to start with, especially if you are normally a console player who wants to become a PC player. Just getting because that's where it starts. It starts with what you're set to. So I would recommend take some time, go to your own home base or hang out in someone's home bases, and just, you know, just go through your build, through your menu, through your input menu, because that's going to be like the basic thing that you have. And if you're going to notice, I have a couple of things kind of changed out. For example, my number 1 instantly goes to my stairs, but that's just because I was playing a lot of Battle Royale for a bit. And then like I use my T, your Z, I use Z. Oh, you have a Z too. Z is going to be your first ability. Yeah, the bull rush. I don't think I have anything to see. I don't. I don't have anything to X or C. Oh, cool. Okay. So actually, I could actually put X and C as some other stuff. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, that's kind of like the basics of it. I would recommend as you go along, you're going to realize, you know, like how to build certain things to take on enemies, like going for headshot damage, you know, going for stuff like that, which weapons work better on other enemies. And I guess the only other thing I can tell you right now is don't try and collect resources with anything but your pickaxe. So you can't remove your pickaxe. It's always the basic one, but it definitely is going to be what's going to help you. So like if you come over here, can you farm this rock over here? So hit it once. Okay, do you see how that like
cannot damage without permission from the owner?
Let me give you permissions.
Like, what if I just wanted to hijack?
So there you go. So that's why you don't give approval permissions. Okay, so you see how
you really want to make sure that your rock stays here.
You see how that blue circle appeared?
Mm-hmm.
So come over here again, over to this one, and hit it once. Oh, that one's already almost destroyed. This one over here. So tap this one over here, and then you'll see a blue circle appear. So if when you hit the blue circle, you're gonna do a harder hit, which is gonna cause more damage, and you're gonna be able to collect it faster. The blue circle does move around a little bit, so you have to kind of like follow it. And you will be taken through the tutorial on that soon, but that's kind of one of the things where it just tells you hit it, but you're like, why? You know? So that's the thing about this game. It feels like there's a lot of whys in this game. They just tell you to do stuff, and you kind of don't really understand why.
I know there's a lot to this game, but like the tutorial taught me nothing. I just like...
Right.
You know, it just let you think.
Really. Well, when you told me that, I kind of thought, okay, so what do I want to talk to you? This is kind of like my tutorial for you, but it's more geared towards the fact that you were never a PC first shooter player. And if you're not a PC player like that, then you kind of first need to be like, okay, how do I even do stuff in the game? So that would be my first recommendation. Just go through the menu, get a little familiarized. Learn how to build, because like I said, you're gonna have, you know, you're gonna have like the different capacities to build, like, you know, things like this, and you can actually do anything.
Be a fast builder, like...
Well, no, you don't have to be. That's the whole point of what I did right there. You don't have to be a fast builder. You can build crazy things super fast. Oh, and also, like, if you see my building, see how kind of like the laws of physics don't matter here? Right? Okay, so here, let me destroy mine. See how, like, if you look down or come over where I am, there's like, I know you're trying to edit stuff. Oh yeah, you can edit everything. You can make walls, you can make doors. Actually, there's a really cool one that I realized after. Let me see. Can I do this one? I saw someone do this and I didn't know if it was... It is possible. I had no idea about this one. You can actually make a wall with two... That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, do that, and then you're gonna look up and see what happens. See how it all fell apart? So, as long... This is the thing. The laws of physics don't apply in this game as long as something is connected to something else. If you lose that one... Yes, the ground, the walls, some other building. If something is only connected by a single thing and it gets broken, it all comes tumbling down.
Oh, I kind of wanted you to stay on the ladder.
Thank you. It wouldn't have killed me, but thank you.
I know, but it would have been funny.
All right. So is there anything like basic beginning how to do something in the game that you would like to know?
I mean, keyboard wise, I think you got me covered. I think I feel more comfortable with the keyboard settings. I mean, it's going to be a learning process,
right?
Getting that muscle memory to it. But I mean, there's just so much I don't understand in this game. Like,
oh, there's so
one, like, why do I have this random guy?
Yes,
two,
there's
like,
tons of
what
stuff.
What are these little? I think they're called defenders. That they made me get this guy with the weird beard. He looks scary. It's evil. It's like, what am I supposed to do with these people? How do I get better weapons?
That's the thing. There's so much, yeah. And if you want, we can keep talking. We can keep doing other stuff like that. But I would recommend like I would recommend you to maybe continue this series because I know you're going to do a full series of you learning the game, and just pick one topic like heroes. You know, have like Ricky. You know, ask Ricky to help you. Dizzy, as again, Dizzy can help you build, but I would ask him to be very
don't
nice.
Trust Dizzy. So I'm getting.
Yes, because he's gonna be like build this, and you're not even gonna know what you're doing, and he's gonna make a monstrosity. If
like,
you're looking like
I can
for
build a
weapons and
box.
stuff, or spending money or not spending money, I would recommend you talk with Miss Lois because she has one of the best weapons in the game that I've seen, and she didn't spend a dime on it. So that's another thing that I would like. My one final recommendation that I would tell you is this is a game that amazingly you don't have to spend any money on. If you're willing to put the time in, you can get everything you want with time. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing game. But yeah, you know, we have lots of people in the community who play, and I would recommend just pick one topic. Be like, tell me about weapons or how to build weapons or what weapons are better, you know, and things like that. And yeah, the game is huge. It's fun. And yeah, is there anything else you'd like to know right now?
Not keyboard related.
Not keyboard related or initial gameplay related?
Initial gameplay. I guess I have to continue going through the missions.
Yeah, that's a good way.
There's just so much information that.
The other thing I would tell you is like, okay, so let's leave this mission. So go ahead and hit escape or the little, yes, hit escape to bring up your menu. And then hit leave with party. I think I might have hit it before you.
I think mine said leave Storm Shield.
Oh yeah, leave Storm Shield. Okay. So
if
I leave, I take you with me. Oh, the other thing I would do too is I would recommend don't trade with anyone, no matter what their intentions might be, because people do tend to take people's stuff. So, not that you have anything right now, but someone might be like, I
don't think anyone wants to take my stuff.
Well, someone might be like, the stuff I gave you, hey, can I look at that for a second? And then they'll run off with it. And you can't really stop them, you know. So the last thing I'll tell you right here is that, yes, definitely go through the missions. And at the top where it says play, map, hero, squads, armory, skills, loot, store, and quests, don't freak out about that yet. In the, let's see, let me go back to, can I go to Stonewood? Wait, can I check Stonewood? Wait. I don't even know if I can go all the way back to Stonewood. Oh, I can. Okay. Awesome. So you're in Stonewood right now, and you're on page 1. So as you notice, like if you go to the play button.
We've got a friend request.
So if you're in the play button at the top, oh, not that one, a different one, but it doesn't matter. So when you're at your main menu, and you're in the at the top with play, you're going to see like the home base Storm Shield and the loot llamas. Oh, you're already on page 2. Okay. So unlock squads, ride the lightning, and then if you continue going all the way into, I think it's like page 6 if I remember correctly. Yeah. So up to page 6, it's pretty much just tutorials, which it'll actually teach you how to like how to make weapons, how to get rid of them, how to evolve different skills and stuff. But kind of like what we talked about before, it's not really going to give you a lot of information. It's just going to tell you here, this is how you do it, and then you're going to be like, what? You know? So you might find yourself a little struggling in that sense, but again, that's what we're here for. If you need any help or any clarification, we can help you out.
Yeah, I'll definitely be asking for help. And so, like, I know that this game has a big multiplayer component because I watch Lois and Dizzy and yourself streaming this game all the time, basically. And like, so for like on the missions, like, can people join me to help me out?
Yes. So just how I sent you a friend request up top there, or a party invite, you can join up to 4 people into a party. Well, up to 3 people, and you. So you can have 4 people in a party, and that makes this game a lot easier. because let's say you want a lot of experience or something, you can go in with someone who's much higher level than you.
Hmm.
But be careful, because if you go in a higher level zone, you're probably going to get killed much easier too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's always good to, like, the buddy system, stick with someone.
Hmm.
And then the other
I feel
thing,
like if higher level people wanted to come help me in low
yes,
level world, they.
they can. Yes, they can. And it does really help, except a lot of times, if people are really, really low level,
Mhm.
it kind of is like, like, let's say if I were to help you right now, um,
You would
it,
let me die.
no, 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 no. I would have to. It would be kind of like, you can sometimes ask people, and this is something just like game etiquette, I guess. You can just ask people, hey, don't, like, let me do some stuff, because
Hmm.
sometimes people feel like, oh, I'm so powerful and strong. Let me
I can
just
see
kind
that.
of show off, and do things. And that sometimes you can be like, hey, but I want to try. I want to learn. And
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help you for people to do things for you if you
exactly,
can't learn. Like, let
exactly.
me fail at
So that's
this.
exactly. So that's something to, you can actually, like, politely ask people,
Hmm.
because it is sometimes it's like, I want to do stuff for myself. I
Hmm.
just don't want to get carried. Although, you know what? Some people want to get carried, and that's fine too.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I'm kidding.
so I think we can leave it there for this one. Like I said, I just want to give you very, very, very basics of what you're, like, looking at in the game right now,
I really
because
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you
yeah,
for helping
because
me.
when
I'm sure I
yeah,
will be bugging you to ask for more help, and maybe you'll do what's that call it? An encore
yeah,
video at some
yeah,
point.
sure, yeah. No, like, again, this one was kind of like, when I first saw you do the tutorial, it was kind of like, the game doesn't tell
That's
you.
cool.
The game doesn't tell you how to run even. And if you're a console player going to PC, which, welcome, PCs are awesome. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna even know how to jump or anything. And this game assumes that because you chose the PC version, you already kind of know the basics of PC
Well, I guess
gaming.
it also assumed that how many people read manuals
Very
for
true.
new appliances or electronics? None. Well,
Very
actually,
true.
I'm sure that there's a handful, like maybe 10% of people. Who knows? But like maybe had I been one of those people, I would have looked at settings and configured my stuff before I even started playing. But
Hmm.
I mean, the temptation for going controller is strong. But I want to try being a keyboard kitty. Um, yeah, and, you'll
Well,
find out weeks later that actually I have a controller in my hand.
that's what we're here for, to help you then. All right. Well, thank you very much, Miss MewMew. I hope that everything works really good. And yeah, if you guys would like to check out Miss MewMew, she's gonna do a full series on this, and she does play other games too. I'll leave her link down below in the description. She's got Twitch, she's got streaming, she's got YouTube, she's got her YouTube channel, and yeah, if you guys want to help her out, please do. Thank you very much, Miss MewMew. I really appreciate it. Anything else that you'd like to say?
No, thank you so very much for helping me out with this. I really appreciate it, and hopefully people want to come help.
All right. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys
Thank
next time.
you.
See ya.
Bye.